Didn't you used to be a brunette? Oh hey, an excuse for my horniness. Team Ninja's Dead or Alive is a fighting game that was released to the arcades based on Sega's Model 2 hardware in 1996 by Tecmo, and later ported to the Sega Saturn and PlayStation. While the former was released only in Japan, we got the latter in 1998. And yes, that's the same Team Ninja that did Metroid on RAM. And no, they didn't make that DMC reboot. That was Ninja Fury. Anyways, the Saturn version was finally ported overseas to the Xbox in a 2-disc set, alongside an improved version of the second game, known as Dead or Alive Ultimate. I'll be playing the PS1 version because I'm more familiar with that. So at the start, you have a choice of Nat Gasumi from Mass Effect, Dennis Rodman, Kaji Maru, guy from Commandos, I don't know, Chun-Li, Jasper Beardley, Black Widow, pre-Infinity War of course, Bam Bam Bigelow, I'm not sure, and Jet Li. Unlike one of the previous fighting games that I reviewed, Kensei Sacred Fist, you can see the description of a character on the selection screen, and you don't need to press a different button for different costumes, as you can select them using up or down. If you ever played Virtua Fighter before, at least the first one, this is almost the same. You win a match by draining your opponent's life bar, or when yours is bigger when the timer runs out. Triangle and cross are for your punches, circle is for your kicks, and square is for your counter holds. You can do it when your opponent throws a punch or kick, and it's either going to be an attack, a push, or a pull to the other side. You can block your opponents by moving back. Take note! You can also do button combinations like alternate kicks and grabs, and you can do taunts. Because why not? The game is very fast paced, and frankly I suck at this. Sure, the first 3 or 4 matches are easy peasy, but then it went all crazy with old man Jian Fu kicking my ass. Bayman is the worst in my attempt, and has Ryo in normal difficulty. Jeez, I hate to see how the final boss is gonna act. Usually I try holding it and it usually works when they don't attack me from under or grab me. Even on easy it can be a bit challenging, but at least I know how to block and defend myself. The rings themselves are also like in Virtua Fighter, but instead of a ring out when you leave the safe zone, the fight continues, and when one of you go down, the ground explodes under you. And if your life bar is gone, you get propelled even higher, which is kind of funny. There are several modes in this game. There's of course the obligatory arcade tournament mode, the obligatory console time attack mode, the obligatory survival mode, the obligatory training mode, team battle, where you fight 5 opponents one by one with 4 others as backup, and something called Kumite mode, where you get to fight in 30, 50 or 100 matches. It doesn't matter if you lose, you get to fight the next opponent, although it will affect your win ratio. In training mode, you get to enable a mode where you can learn moves by displaying them and its commands, which is helpful if you're new. There's only an unlockable character in the game, well actually 2 in the PS1 version. There's of course Raidu, the last boss of the game, which doesn't have a menacing intro like in the standard version unfortunately, and Diane, and by unlocking her is to unlock not only Raidu but also unlock all the alternate costumes for everyone. And if you think it is as ridiculous as playing a bunch of valves on Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles to unlock the full game in the Mega Collection, well, it is. Thankfully, with the age of the internet, you can just pop 100% save into the PS3 or emulator of your choice, and worries are gone. Cheating! Okay, now I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, the boob physics. Before you scream SJW, I don't mind breast physics, it's just that they look exaggerated and quite distracting here. You can turn them off, but even then, it's like they're made out of stone. It's simply some kind of a lose-lose situation. And do I have to mention that Itakagi is such a pro for these costumes? For graphics, they look great. I love the simple aesthetic of the PS1 HUD than the Saturn's. Reminds me of Wipeout. Speaking of which, when it comes to arenas, they look more simpler than the Saturn version. While the arcade version has fully 3D backgrounds and the latter having image files for background items, here it's just a flat arena and a simple background. I seem to like Zack's stage. I don't know, I seem to like the aesthetic of blue sky, sand and sea way too much. What the heck is this background? No, maybe they could have made a version of the Saturn's Raidu background for this? Like, what am I looking at here? And why the sparks? Are the fighters actually machines? For sound, it's low quality, and Jen Lee has the worst quality. For music in the PS1 version, it's either new music or remixes of the ones from the Saturn and arcade version. To be honest, I like the Saturn soundtrack more. What the frick am I listening here? I'm getting Cruise in USA flashbacks. Overall, it's a really simple yet fast fighting game. Is it better than Virtua Fighter? Yeah, at least you don't jump like you're on the moon. Is it better than Kensei? A bit fast for my taste, but it's also better. Better than Street Fighter EX? Not quite sure, in fact, I don't know why I brought that up. Apart from that, it's a good one. I recommend either the PS1 version or the Xbox version. The former version was released in arcades as Dead or Alive++, but unlike Notepad and Notepad++, they were made by the same developer. Yeah, that joke sucked, sorry.